guys, Noel here, and it is Friday night. And after a long week of teaching, I thought it would be fun for us to do a live stream for the video game section of the YouTube channel. Actually, this would be the live stream section of our video game themed YouTube channel. Usually the video game section is particularly coded for video game reviews, etc., unboxings and whatnot. But either way, it's all good. So I thought tonight it would be fun for us to explore the wonderful world of the PlayStation Portable, as well as some other games should the desire to explore a different console or different titles arise. It did take a little bit of doing, but I did get my PSP to charge. I think the battery is pretty old on it, so it took a little bit of doing, but we do have the PSP operational and hooked up to a smaller television that I put in the game room with progressive component input. So we have the our lovable, plucky Sansui TV. This is actually my first high-definition television. It actually doesn't even have an HDMI port to it, but nevertheless, you know, it gets the job done. This TV here, which is proudly displaying JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 5 right now. True Sinister, how is it going, my friend? We're going to be playing some PSP titles tonight. Actually, why don't we just watch the opening to JoJo right now? This is going to be the Grateful Dead mini arc right here, where Beach Boy and Grateful Dead stands hyper-age people and shoot fish hooks into people on an Italian train. It is just as fun as it sounds. Anyway, this is actually playing on interlaced component video, which doesn't really do us any good for the PSP. And then my new high-definition TV, like the nice one, the 4K one, didn't come with any component inputs, so that had no potential for progressive component video, which is what the PlayStation Portable needs. So it is what it is. I have another original idea for a story. You can tell me how creative you think it is. Sure, go for it, man. Absolutely. I'm always down to hear whatever. So absolutely. So yeah, hopefully I'm on point tonight. It's been a very long week of teaching. I actually really like the new system of teaching because I pretty much get to act like I'm doing a live stream while I teach. I've got some kids, you know, in the distance, some kids in front of me, and I think both amounts are manageable. And I'm actually, because of guys like you, Sinister, I'm used to communicating with people like this. So I see, you know, you're on there, like I've gotten to know your personality, so it doesn't actually bother me that I'm just communicating to someone through a text chat. So, you know, the technology's, it's a good thing. So anyway, we're going to start off by playing some of the Dark Stalkers on the PSP here. We're actually going to be playing the Chronicles of the Chaos Tower, which is a nice compilation of Darkstalkers titles here for the PlayStation Portable. Let's try to zoom this in a little bit here. Ooh. Imagine a movie about a couple of workers who are about to get laid off, or the company is about to go out of business. Yeah, no, I mean, that sounds pretty good. I definitely enjoyed the movie Office Space, and that, you know, that definitely seemed to kind of hit on that theme. So, yeah, definitely. Sounds good to me, man. So, and they plan to rob the place of their employment. Yeah, man. I mean, that sounds like the plot to either a really cool heist movie or a really cool comedy. Either way, I would totally be down for that, especially if we were the leads. A nerdy anime enthusiast, comic artist, teacher from the Northeast, and a rough and tumble working class Comptonite from the West Side, and hilarity would of course ensue. I'm going to actually lower JoJo and turn up the volume, or pump up the volume, as they would say in the early 90s. Cough, cough. Okay. Let's get down to some gaming here. Oops. Oh, that's fantastic. Come on. I just moved the PSP and all of a sudden the video's out on it. This has to be us robbing a GameStop. Yeah, sure thing, man. Ah, dude, what the freak, man? Why is my, I finally got the PSP working on this TV, and now the, I just moved the PSP to pick it up, and now the video's not working on it. I'm gonna quit the game. Yeah, fine. Let's go back to the, or I don't know, maybe it's not the video. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, we got our video back, so that's good. Hey, International Channel! It has been a long time. We're finally getting the PSP to work for a live stream, so I'm excited about that. It's acting slightly flaky. The Darth Vader PSP is showing its age, but it looks like we're rocking and rolling. So I actually have JoJo on the TV muted, which is good. Got some Season 5 JoJo going with the Grateful Dead and Beach Boy. And we're going to be playing some Darkstalkers, Chronicles of the Chaos Tower. Come on. So, International Channel, how have you been? Nick Darling. Yes, it is about time. It works and it lives. So, we definitely have some cool PSP games that we can explore. Being the type of gamer that I am, I'm going to start off with some 2D fighters. I just got a capture card and a new VCR, so you can upload some International Channel stuff. Fantastic. I am looking forward to that. I am still in need of some computer repair. I actually did find my capture device, so that's good. But I just still don't have anything to actually use it on. So, now I do know that, there are, you were telling me about other sites that could be useful to upload International Channel stuff on. So, I'm definitely interested in that. But at the same time, I would like to try to have my YouTube channel, have as much on it as possible, since I've spent so much time building it up. This is playing on our little, what is this, like a little 25-inch Sansui here. So we can choose different modes here. Let's say go with Darkstalkers 3. Ooh, Lilith. Donovan. My son loves Pyron, so I'm tempted to be Pyron here. I'm even more tempted to be Morgan. Let's go with Lilith. Nothing beats some good Darkstalkers to really hit us with some great music and beautiful artwork. I would really like there to be a way for me to get a good quality component to HDMI converter. The one I bought for my PSP was really, really not good. It worked and then it stopped working, and the video quality that it gave was never very good. Very, very smooth gameplay, very fast gameplay, very responsive gameplay. And I think it is appropriate that we do have some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on, because Darkstalkers definitely seems to take a lot of cues from JoJo with the flamboyant wardrobes and the over-the-top personalities, the bright and vivid colors, and the dynamic poses. For example, this right here. I feel something melting inside. It's so light and great. is what Lilith has to say. Should probably hit the lights. I'll probably improve our visual clarity. Yeah, that seems to help. Actually, I don't know if it does or doesn't. Either way. This is basically a 720p max television. It's a very early high definition TV that does not even have HDMI on it, but it does have component progressive on it, which is what the PlayStation needs. PlayStation Portable needs to do its thing. This has actually got a one-button super move on it, which is great. I just go back where I belong. What's wrong with that? Is what Lilith has to say right there. Forever Torment. That is a very chipper name to a level. Yeah, so I don't know if any of you guys have any know-how on how to get a good HDMI, a component video to HDMI converter, or find some way to get the PSP to actually play through interlaced for the actual discs. The PSP can work on interlaced for the PlayStation games in the menu. So, I mean, like, I can, like, play the videos or the PlayStation games I have downloaded through an interlaced component, but it needs a progressive component to actually play the games. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with this TV. I just have bigger screens, but they're either an interlaced component or HDMI. Looking stylish with her black leather miniskirt and Pippi Longstocking socks. Good stuff. Vanity Paradise. That's the name of my autobiography. Let me, I think maybe I'll hit the lights. Maybe that's actually going to give us a little bit better picture after all. Who knows? It's Lele, aka Shenko. Of the attention to detail, down to the walking and running animations. Lilith's character very much sexy and cute, so she's got her little seductive skip that she does, fitting her succubus persona. Again, Santino is a very big fan of the American Darkstalkers cartoon, as am I. It's good. But it really would be nice if it had some higher quality animation to it. But considering the very low quality of the CalArt animation that we get on things like the Cartoon Network and Adult Swim right now, that makes the Graz animated Darkstalkers look like Akira. Man, this music is just fantastic. I'm going to counter with my own super move, but she countered my counter. This Chinese zombie here. But lucky I have some tapes left. I have a ton of tapes, as I've said before. And I should be, I'm all done with my strikes, so I don't think I have any strikes on my YouTube channel right now. I did have one strike for, I don't know what it was, but yeah, I don't know. I really can't even remember, but I remember it expired in late August, so if I can actually get something, I'd like to try to re-upload Ninja Cadets. I do have Sailor Victory on there. I lost my Earthian tape, so I don't actually have any of the whole episodes of Earthian. What I do have is in the International Channel section, in I think it's called like True Vaporwave, and it's got it's got what I have of the Earthian tape mixed into that VHS mix. Big fan of the vaporwave genre because it's literally just what I've been doing forever. I love the VHS aesthetic, and I love just mixing cool things together on VHS tapes. Yes, you are very cute. Iron Horse, Iron Terror. And that's Pyron. Pyron's face is very expressive in this game. Takes on a more human look. Very nice. So, I want to say I have a video on my channel in the art section that uses this song for like Zangief, Gorbachev, and the Demon Baby in the back of Jetta's level. It was an artwork that I submitted for a Street Fighter Darkstalkers crossover. But my artwork was a little esoteric. I think they were more looking for like Sasquatch and Blanca, not like Zangief, Gorbachev, and was it the Shintai is the name of that baby thing? By the way, went out of my way to see if there was any way to play as Abyss for Santino. Thank you so much, man. I don't think there is there? Good news is there is a ROM hack. Where, man? You gotta please send it my way. Can you play it on the Dreamcast? That is fantastic, man, because I cannot find any way to do that. I did get the ROM hack of the Michael Jackson one, because Santino loves Michael Jackson, as do I. But, yeah, man, if there's a way for us to get that ROM hack working, bad news is I gotta find the ROM and then patch, and find a program to patch the ROM. Dude, I will pay you. I will absolutely pay you. That's awesome that I can play on the Dreamcast. Yeah, dude, man, let's do this. I will totally pay you for this. Because, you know, I am definitely a fan of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, not a fan of the music. But Santino loves Abyss. And so it's just literally constantly, you know, him watching Mugen videos of Abyss fighting. Ah, no! He's really now into, like, glitch videos of bosses from the original Street Fighter, like World Warrior. Like, there's this one video where this guy, like, somehow, like, gets glitched out versions of the 4 bosses, but the character sprites are wrong because apparently, like, the game data is not in there. Man. Got him. Got him. I just feel bad for the baby waking up in the background of this level. It's a bit of a glitchy mess. Will freeze. Some moves will freeze the game. I think I might have heard. I think I might have actually, in exploring YouTube, I don't know if I've seen the exact ROM hack, but I heard people talking about similar things. So it might have actually been the same ROM hack. Maybe I'm misspeaking. I did see videos of Abyss on YouTube, and I remember they were saying that if you do certain things, it'll freeze the game. So it might be the same. Maybe someone actually found the ROM hack you were using. Both the actual link and hack video. Yeah, dude, just give me whatever. Like, show me whatever, because I'm totally interested, and, you know, even if it does freeze, I think Santino really would like to play as Abyss. It's really weird, too, because Santino really likes Abyss, but then there's times when, like, we'll play the game and get to Abyss, and he'll seem to get scared, and then he'll just want to stop playing. But, yeah, he's definitely a big Abyss fan. All 3 forms of Abyss exist. Awesome. He likes the second form of Abyss the best. If you are friends with me on other social media sites, you'll know I actually did a little drawing of Green Abyss for him by request. Game over. Sure. I would love to save my progress. Excuse me. If it was me, I wouldn't use it, but we are taking an excited channel. I was scared of Mortal Kombat bosses as a kid. I gotta tell you, I was a little scared of Goro. Like, there'd be some times when I was playing Mortal Kombat and I knew Goro was gonna drop down, I would get nervous. But Goro, I don't know, Goro's the only one. I think Shang Tsung was just too old to bother me. You know, Goro had those 4 arms and he kind of just fell out of the sky, and you know, so that was a little unnerving. But Shang Tsung was just a weird old guy in a kimono who glided toward you and then like crumpled whenever you uppercutted him. So I'm actually going to reach my arm in front of the camera here. Now, Arrow. Anyone remember the old Nickelodeon arcade? Yes, I do. Nick Arcade. That was a good show. And I remember they like actually had those like green screen games at the end of it. And the kids would have to like go climb ladders and like open doors and hit things, and then they'd win like a pair of like LA Gear sneakers or something like that, or BK Knights sneakers or something like that. So, yeah, man, I'd love to get my hands on some British Knights shoes or some LA Gear shoes. LA Gear shoes, I remember, were like really cool. And then for whatever reason in the 90s, like, I don't know whether they got associated, they sold to like Walmart or something like that. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, LA Gear, they suck. I'm so sick. You know, like at the time I was just stupid and just kind of went with the flow of that prejudice. But, you know, if something's cool, freaking wear it and screw the haters. I don't remember Nick Arcade, but I do remember Starcade from G4. Let's see, I didn't really get G4 until I didn't get digital cable until G4 was like literally ready to go out of business. Like, Olivia Munn was already gone, so I remember like they had some reruns of stuff with Olivia Munn on it, but like Code Monkeys was not on. They were just shilling for like different EA Sports games and first-person shooters, so it was pretty bad. I'm going to try to actually adjust our camera here so we get a little bit more, a little bit less. Good to see. Good old G4, saw it at the end. Yeah, same. It was kind of so-so by the time I got to it. I don't know. The camera's still acting a little wonky. Sorry for everyone out in viewer land here for my cable access style directorial tactics here. Good enough. Alright. So we beat Darkstalkers. Now, Arrow, who is not here, has long desired for us to play Beat Mania on the PSP, and I have never played that. And you know what? I also have a game on the PSP that I've never played that goes by the name of Dragon Ball Evolution, which I believe is the only video game made on the controversial and just generally, I don't think, very good movie, Dragon Ball Evolution. And I see True Sinister is texting me, so I'm assuming he's texting me information about the game he found for Santino, which is much appreciated, and I will check that out after the stream. Now, I have not played this game that I just loaded in here, so we'll see how it is. This is Max Emotional Sense Fever. DJ Max. So it's not Beat Mania. I'm getting confused. It's been a long week, so once again, I want to apologize in advance for any lack of clarity in my narrative. I like to be a live streamer that talks a lot, but at the same time, I also like to be a live streamer that makes sense and is entertaining. Although I guess there is something entertaining about somebody just running off at the mouth and not making any sense. Looks like we have some nice anime cell shading here. that's a sexy flip phone there, and I say that unironically. So is this basically pick your waifu of choice here? These guys are rocking the Adam Levine collection right here. I definitely feel like I appreciate the various aesthetic styles of different decades, but the 80s trumps all. Yeah, I definitely feel like kind of like every decade has its ideal look and feel, but they should not necessarily be exclusive to each other. Register your DJ profile. Okay, I am DJ Noel. I'm a big fan of the Soul Crusaders, the Japanese pop R&B rap trio, and their DJ is King Opal, a cool black guy with dreadlocks who speaks Japanese and wears sunglasses. If you want to see the Soul Crusaders, check out the international channel section of my YouTube channel. It's fantastic.
Network, portable. 4 buttons for the beginner.
Alright, sounds good. Since I am a beginner, it's literally the first time I've played this game. So, I don't know if this is supposed to... If this plays like Dance Dance Revolution, I feel like I'll be fine. So, I heard the notorious RBG has kicked the can. Yes! Now, I'm not a big fan of RBG, but I am a big fan of RGB. But the video format. I am sad to see anyone die, though, regardless of their politics. I do think she's kind of turned into a feminist meme in a good, like she's like, you know, kind of like kind of shallow and empowering, but you know, she's definitely someone who's given her life to her craft, and it's definitely sad to see someone pass away. Even if I don't particularly disagree, if I'm misspeaking here, I don't particularly agree with some of her ideas, but you know, rest her soul, and respect for her long service. It definitely takes a quality person to basically work at the job that they do until they die. My grandpa was like that. He worked until he was 93 and then was planning on going back to the hospital from what ended up being his deathbed. All right. Let's just do that song. Good music here.
D to the J.
Okay, so what are we doing here? Not actually sure what we're supposed to be doing here. What is going on here? I'm just rapidly tapping up on here. Oh, I think I see. No, do I? I don't know. It looks like I just have to keep tapping up here. I'm used to Dance Dance Revolution, where I just, you know, kind of hit the corresponding buttons here, but... So this game is weird. It looks like I'm, like, trying to compose music on a flip phone here. This sounds terrible. But if I don't stop hitting up, the music will stop, which is bad. This is coming off as a complete cluster, but it keeps saying combo, so... Okay, so what happened here? I mean, we can absolutely rock out to some Dance Dance Revolution. Yeah, so my score is an F, because that's not surprising. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, personally, see, my whole thing with Ruth Bader Ginsburg is, again, I'm not someone that has thoroughly studied her body of work. She comes off as someone who has become a symbol for the legality of feminist issues. And as far as feminism goes, for me, I think it's an ill-defined concept. I am all for equal rights for women, equal pay, even equal access to birth control, equal dignity. I'm pro-life, so I think that position is, you know, objectively unethical. But yeah, so I don't know. And I just remember... I see all, like, the kind of women's studies enthusiast friends of mine that I have on Facebook just were kind of posting Ruth Bader Ginsburg stuff, I guess just in opposition to whatever Supreme Court justice they didn't like. And so now she's gone, so... But it's, again, it's sad, you know, she's someone who seemed like she was fighting cancer for a while, and so that's definitely, it takes a lot of courage to hang in there against a, you know, a terrible situation like that. So definitely pray for her and her family. Okay, so we're gonna try like one more track on this, because I really have no idea how to play this. And I mean, maybe it's fun to watch me struggle through a game, but it might not be. I don't know. You know, I was actually thinking of, rather than having this stream be about PSP, having this stream literally be just me playing bad video games. Like, I was gonna, like, dust off Batman and Robin, and, not Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, and, WCW Backstage Assault. It's not too late. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, this literally sounds like I'm passing out on a Casio keyboard, which doesn't sound horrible. I mean, I would take passing out on a Casio keyboard over a acoustic guitar. You know, no hate against acoustic guitars, but I just really don't like the whole, you know, shrill Dave Matthews Band aesthetic. I'm honest, I'm just straight up button mashing here. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing here. I'm just hitting up and then trying to, as fast as I can, rhythmically hit triangle and circle. And that's all I know what I'm doing here. Was this game made in South Korea? I have no idea. Front flip the camera? Yeah, I don't know where this game was made. I got a D, so that's a little bit better. Alright, well, that's enough of this game for right now. You know what we could do? we could get really crazy and play some Dragon Ball Evolution, which I have never played, but I'm interested to check out. So, for those of you who don't know, the live-action Dragon Ball movie actually got a video game, and I actually bought this video game and have never played it. I bought it years ago. This movie, I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball, and I think it's really bad. I think this movie's bad. I don't like... So, for example, for a long time, I kind of looked down on the Street Fighter movie, and then once I got the Street Fighter, the movie, the video game, like the Street Fighter Real Battle on Film game for the Sega Saturn, and played that, I started trying to see the Street Fighter, the live-action movie, as kind of like an alternate dimension to Street Fighter, mainly because of the Chage and Asuka music, and then I got into the soundtrack to the movie. I'm a huge Jean-Claude Van Damme fan, so the Street Fighter live-action movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme has really grown on me, and I've come to appreciate it and enjoy it as an alternate dimension telling of a Street Fighter that at least incorporates all of the characters from Street Fighter. I'm also a fan of Dragon Ball The Magic Begins, which was on the International Channel, and I'm not sure if that movie originates from Hong Kong or Taiwan. I want to say it's from Taiwan, but I could be wrong. So that is a, low-budget East Asian movie based on Dragon Ball that kind of tries to combine the early part of Dragon Ball Z with the early part of Dragon Ball. I liked it. I liked the look and feel to it, and I liked the soundtrack to it. It felt like a cheap kung fu movie version of Dragon Ball, and that's just fine by me. This movie seemed like it tried to combine the Gohan arc at the start of the Buu saga with the start of Dragon Ball and then the Piccolo saga in Dragon Ball. I think this movie was kind of a hot mess, and I think the actors in it weren't very good. Chow Yun-fat as Master Roshi, I think, was like horribly miscast. The guy they got to play Goku, I mean, he had big eyes and spiky black hair, but I don't think he really fit the part. And I don't know, maybe the best casting in the movie was Bulma. They got the vampire from Buffy the Vampire Slayer to play Piccolo. But the only really good thing about this movie, in my opinion, was Ayumi Hamasaki did the closing credits. Did a song called Rule, which was pretty cool. But I think this movie really failed to capture any of the positive aspects of the anime or manga, and it just kind of came off as awkward. Luckily, I was really surprised. This movie didn't seem to get that huge of a release, but it played in Cortland, and I saw it on the big screen because I am a huge fan of Dragon Ball. And I bought the Dragon Ball game, so yeah. I say this Mai influenced where they went with Mai and Super. Yeah, that's a good point. I really... are you talking about like in the Trunks saga? Because honest to goodness, I don't even really remember Mai that much in this movie. It's been so long. I've actually only seen this movie once, and it definitely made an impression. It wasn't a good impression, but it definitely made an impression. So yeah, I mean, I just remember they had Piccolo, they had Yamcha, they had Goku, and they had Bulma. They were in a Chi-Chi. They were all in a high school. And then like Chow Yun-fat was just like he didn't have any of the kind of goofy personality. Although now with like today's PC politics, Master Roshi would get roasted for, toxic masculinity or something like that. I mean, the fact that Dragon Ball has not been under attack by PC politics is nothing short of a miracle. Because, and I mean, I'm not saying this with any like lack of sensitivity, but there's definitely, let me see what True Sinister is saying. I used to joke, the movie seems to be someone who doesn't watch Dragon Ball, listen to someone who did one time and tried to make a whole script off of what they remembered. That's about right, man. I really think it's a mashup of a vague impression of Dragon Ball. But really, so for example, like in Japan, they obviously do not have the racial history that the United States has, and they tend to look at United States culture as, something interesting and exotic. So if they pull certain things from US culture, it doesn't have the same like coding that it might for someone who's more sensitive in the United States. So where am I going with this? Like Mr. Popo definitely looks like, kind of the caricatures of African American people from the 1930s that were considered to be not very racially enlightened. But there's no malice behind that caricature. In fact, I think it comes off as kind of endearing. But I'm surprised someone on Twitter hasn't thrown a hissy fit, and definitely Master Roshi's just grabbing girls left and right because he's like a comedic dirty old man, and Toriyama's kind of a nerdy perv. But he would now get called for sexual assault or something like that. So I don't know, but luckily I guess people have realized that Dragon Ball has no real malice behind its some of its comedic choices and character designs. It's like someone won a fanfic contest and made it to Super. I don't know. I think honestly I don't think I've ever seen a Dragon Ball fan fiction that is worse than Dragon Ball Evolution. They were trying to, I think, make a multi-movie series out of that, because if you actually watch the through the closing credits, I think they kind of have Piccolo. If I remember correctly, like Piccolo was like in bed and then woke up, or he like launched the egg or something like that, where like the Junior Piccolo that becomes the good Piccolo that raised Gohan came out of. I can't quite remember because it's literally, I haven't seen this movie since it came out. But because I just haven't really had any desire to. But I mean, I definitely I think the movie's interesting. I just don't think it's very good. And on that note, let's play this game because I have no idea what it's like. Noel ComiX. Wait, what? What about Namex? Namekians? I'm missing something. I don't know. I could be I could just be delirious from lack of sleep. I've only been teaching for 5 days, and I feel like I've been teaching for 3 weeks. I said this at the start of the stream, I really like the new system of teaching, but because I'm wearing a mask when I do it, I'm just really tired. I don't know if I'm getting lack of oxygen or what, but I've been going pretty hard. So, and I've been going to the gym too. So, someone must have thought Garlic Jr., Pilaf, and Piccolo were the same person. Uh-huh. Well, I mean, to be fair, they do have similar designs. They're just, they're not Namekian, like you're saying. I forgot the Dragon Ball made a live-action movie. So the legend has it that this movie was so bad that it lulled Toriyama out of retirement to, basically make new Dragon Ball movies and work on Dragon Ball Super, because the live-action movie was so disappointing. Anywho, let's get to it. But do watch Dragon Ball The Magic Begins. I think that's a fun movie. You can probably find that on YouTube. I've got it on VHS tape. I saw it in the theaters too. Nice. Yeah, no, for sure. Rule is a good song. I'm a big Ayumi Hamasaki fan, and I thought that it was cool that they got an Ayumi Hamasaki song for the closing credits. It was hard to find. Dude, we only have one theater in Cortland, and it was playing it. I was really... And it's a locally owned theater, so... it's they get some pretty interesting stuff here and there. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this disc in here while I juggle the PSP. Incidentally, if you want to see my Dragon Ball fan fiction, Dragon Ball AF Sparking, which I made back in 2009, check it out on the channel. Nice music, though. Help Goku, Bulma, Yamcha, and Master Roshi in their quest to defeat the evil Piccolo. YouTube fan made better... is superior. Agreed. It's too bad. I don't know. Like the people who did Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, they definitely should tackle Street Fighter or Dragon Ball. I'm sorry. 99% of Western live action adaptations of anime always fail. Yep. Yeah, I can't really think of a truly good one. I mean, I think the best example I can think of is Sonic the Hedgehog. That was great. But other than that, like, you know, but that wasn't like so much an adaptation of an anime, that was an adaptation of a Japanese video game. I live in Carson. We have one movie theater, but didn't for most of my life. Compton had 0 movie theaters. Mostly go to torrents for movies. Interesting. Yes. Okay, push start button, new game. Please enter a username. Okay, I'm going to be Noel. Yes, my name is Noel. Yes, let's autosave. Okay, new data. Save complete. I like the Dragon Ball design. That's good. It's got that early 2000s anime style to it. Looks like some clean lines. Let's do an arcade mode here. Very easy. 1 round. Begin battle. Okay. So it looks like, well, they have Grandpa Gohan here. That's interesting. It looks like they use those cartoon filters that they have, you know, on Instagram for the characters. Goku learned that he's actually a Saiyan from another world. You know, Lord Piccolo returned to Earth. All that good stuff. Just remember, like, there was some, like, kind of strained quasi-emotional scene. This has kind of got, like, a RPG style to it. I kind of like this. Chi-Chi, are you sure you want to do this? I don't want to hurt you. I know you're strong, Goku, but you should worry about your own business. I'm sorry, bruises? What bruises? The ones I'm about to give you. Look at this banter. Couldn't I have a little kiss instead? Maybe after. Ooh, he's moving forward. This is getting sexy. Looks like we're fighting Chi-Chi. No, but yeah, this totally looks like those cartoon filter programs that you can get on your cell phone.
Final round.
Okay, get ready, Chi-Chi.
You can't beat me that easily, sir.
Ready? Fight!
Okay. The fighting here doesn't seem too bad. A little slow, but good combos. Yeah, this doesn't seem bad at all. Music's not too shabby. You can dash forward by hitting the shoulder buttons. Pretty much just mash the square button for combos. Easy special moves. Nah, hey, I'm a fan so far of this. Kind of similar to the Street Fighter movie, the game. This is way better than the movie. And charge up here. This reminds me of like a slightly less not slightly. It reminds me of a version of kind of Dragon Ball FighterZ that doesn't play as well, but it does have kind of some of the same mechanics to it. Who actually made this game? Oh, Bandai Namco. That's why it's good. Yeah, dude, Nick, I don't think... I agree with the crowd here that I don't even think the people who made this movie even watched Dragon Ball. They got a vague idea of the characters and then went off in their own direction. But, yeah, no, I'm a fan of this gameplay here. So if you do want to experience the Dragon Ball live-action movie, and you don't want to subject yourself to the nonsense of the movie, and you want to kind of build up a better appreciation of the movie, I'd recommend playing this game. Here's Grandpa Gohan here, who has a very odd design. They really did not nail that Chinese kung fu movie look and feel that the early Dragon Ball had. Really awkward color palette here.
Let's wait and see. Ready?
Yeah, no, good gameplay. I don't know what button my chi attacks are. Is it X?
Here's something for you.
It's essentially a 2D game, but there are some 3D components where you can sidestep, which is nice. I actually like this style of gameplay a lot better than the style of gameplay that other Dragon Ball games would have, where you'd have these giant arenas and kind of see the back of the player. This plays much more like a traditional fighting game. Yeah, I am pleasantly surprised with this. The music's not bad at all, and I like the narrator as well. Now I just got to figure out how to do super moves. And the graphics aren't bad on the in-game graphics on this aren't bad either. It would be interesting. I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that they use those kind of cartoon filters on the actors. But then another part of me is kind of like, wouldn't it have been interesting to do actual anime designs with the movie designs? Regenerator, don't you guys give up. It's supposed to be like a Cyberman. It looks like you're playing Budokai. Yeah! Infogram/Atari had it in for us for a little bit. So you like Dragon Ball, huh? Dragon Ball fan, yes. So what other anime do you watch? Dragon Ball fan. What's an anime? Fulum? I don't even know what this is. I don't remember this character from the movie. And I definitely don't remember this character from Dragon Ball. I've seen everything of Dragon Ball. I haven't seen all the movies, but I've seen all of the TV anime. I've seen all the original series, all of Z, all of GT, and all of Super. I've read quite a bit of the manga as well. I just remember that like really weird scene in the movie where like Gohan was like, Goku, you must be the Orazu. You must find the Orazu in you. Like, what? Like, what the hell are you talking about? Volcano back around. Looks like Street Fighter 4 stage. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. That is a not great looking Arazu right there. No, I won't let you control my destiny. I am Son Goku. So the Arazu is... Did you guys ever see The Simpsons? Where the kids tried to invest money in the bank and everyone was wearing ape masks? That's what this Arazu looks like.
Final
I'm
round.
not losing to you, Ozaru.
Ready?
I like the space level.
Fight.
It's got kind of a Soul Calibur vibe to it. Or a Street Fighter EX vibe to it. How do I do chi attacks? Can I do chi attacks on this? I mean, the fighting, the combos just kind of roll off, though. So, Circle, for sure, is doing some attacks here. But it looks like they're mostly, like, kind of kick attacks. I still can't do my Kamehameha, unless they tried to make that, like, some super special secret move or something. The only way this game could possibly be any better is if they played like the Rock Me Amadeus Dr. Zaius song. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius, doo-doo-doo-doo, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Is that the arcade mode there? I mean, at least on easy. Nope. I saw this movie because I was working in overnight, and it was on. It was so long ago. I was half awake, so I basically don't remember anything. Whoever saw this movie wasted their money. Look, it's definitely worth seeing to see how bad it is. Okay. You've come a long way in your training, Goku. Hey, does this actually have an ending to it? Which is more than I can say for video games today. Thank you, Master Roshi. But you are not a master yet. Do you think you can defeat me? Fight you, Master? But why? If you wish to get stronger, Goku, you must be tested. Well, I'm not here to flunk, so let's go. I think Chow Yun Fat, I don't know. Like, it's always funny when you like look at the wardrobe of people in movies, and they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna wear what I'm wearing now. Forget the wardrobe. He just looks like some trendy Asian guy from the early 2000s. You know, with like that kind of orange range style. Like, I'm a guy in a Hawaiian shirt.
Ready? Fight.
I remember they like tried to make some like slight reference to Master Roshi having like a porn addiction. Like they mentioned like a girly magazine, and like remember Chow Yun Fat like slightly raised an eyebrow, and that was like supposed to be the signal to the fans, like, see, we've kind of seen the show. Fast-paced gameplay here, though. Definitely, I don't know, it's good stuff. Very straightforward. Roshi did have... No, Roshi definitely had Hawaiian shirts. Don't get me wrong. He did. He wore Hawaiian shirts for the entire anime. But the way that Chow Yun Fat looks, he looks nothing like Master Roshi. He just looks like some Asian dude in a Hawaiian shirt. It's like, I haven't seen the newest Blade Runner, but all the pictures I see of Harrison Ford, he's like just wearing a gray t-shirt. So like, it's like he just got out of Starbucks. He's like, alright, let's film this movie. We got places to be. Here's Yamcha. The background music kind of sounds like Final Fantasy VII music in Midgar or something. I know you're still strong, Goku, but I still have a couple of tricks left. I'd expect nothing less from a former thief. Insults, huh? Well, maybe after I knock you out cold, I'll steal your wallet. Yamcha, you're all talk. Let's fight. Maybe they saw a couple seconds of DBZ early on. And like, okay, now let's Hollywood it up. I think that's probably it, you know? Like, I mean, I honestly feel like that's what happened with the X-Men movies. I feel like the director, what was his name, like Bryan Singer? I feel like he had no idea what the hell he was even doing.
Let's go. Ready?
He's like, okay, I've read, like, I've glanced at this comic book. I know what I'm doing. I've got the rough plot, you know. See, what I think would be interesting is if they actually used Toriyama's artwork, but put them in these outfits and designs. I think that would be better than, you know, doing what they're doing, which, you know, the character art here comes off as, you know, a little awkward here. Of course, they could always go the route and do the digitized graphics, which I actually think would be really fun if they did, but those are really unpopular with a lot of people. Not so much now, but at the time, you know, they were considered very passé. But I always liked them. Homer Simpson said only 2 types of people wear Hawaiian shirts. Well, Roshi looks like a big fat party animal to me, so zap. Zap. I'm a big fat party animal, so. So if you wore a Hawaiian shirt, it would be okay. Oh yeah, this is my. No, I get what you're saying. I've come for you, Goku. Any last regrets? Only that you still fight for Piccolo. You don't have to serve him. It's not too late. Ha ha ha. What, you want me to join you and your pathetic friends? This Goku looks, like, extremely uninspired. He looks like his name would be Keith or something like that. Like, he's like, I'm Keith, and I want a latte and a sandwich. Hold the mayo. And by the way, I'm Goku too. Like, that's the vibe I get from this guy here. Okay, let's fight then. It'd be funny if they made these, like, dialogues more choppy. Like, I don't like you. Let's fight about it. Round 1. The first X-Men were so pitifully done. Yes, I agree. Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart were just stealing money on 2 bad titles. They were really good. Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart were awesome in those movies, but they freaking sucked. I think okay, first of all, the thing I hated most about the first movie was their crappy costumes and how they just botched the hell out of Sabretooth. Like, really, really horrible. And then, like, the stupidity of not being like having such little knowledge of the aesthetic of the comic book to, you know, first of all, not be able to execute it properly and then insult it as a way to cover up your own inability as a director. Super annoying. So there's that. And then there was, like, the second movie, which was incredibly stupid. Remember that scene where the mansion was getting attacked and, like, Wolverine was, like, kicking everyone's ass and it was really cool? And then Colossus came in to help him, which was like, oh, this will be, like, really good. And then Wolverine's like, no, help the others. It's like, wow, this could have been a really good scene, and you just ruined it for no good reason. Because, like, rather than having Colossus be in there and, like, you know, help Wolverine out, you know, kind of have their backs against each other, fighting off the bad guys, it's just like, no, go to the fireworks factory. Your planet needs you. I'm totally Goku, bro. Looking. Oh, looks like this is the final boss. Man, they got Millennium Actress on Pluto TV. I'm not saying that that's a bad movie. I'm just saying I definitely don't feel like watching that movie most of the time. It's about this old Japanese actress that basically lives through World War II and then dies at the end of the movie. Like, kind of traces her career through the post-war period, and And then, like, these two filmmakers kind of, like, live through her flashbacks with her. And then she just dies at the end in a rocket ship. Which references some movie that she did in a rocket ship. Like, the whole thing is, like, she's looking for this guy who was killed in World War II. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of sad and boring. I mean, it's definitely well made. And it's got some great closing credits, but, like, the closing credits to it are really, really good. But I don't like animes or really anything that tries to be emotionally manipulative. It's like, oh yeah, I made you cry. Like, Fry's dog in Futurama, like, what the hell is that? Like, you know, we have to rely on a dying dog to, like, make ourselves look like we're of quality because we can evoke emotion in you. Like, that's not good writing. Like, it's not good writing.
I'll kill you. Ready?
It's really it's cheap heat, to use some pro wrestling terminology. I don't know. I can't really get into Futurama. I don't think it's as funny as The Simpsons. I think it's kind of sappy and the humor is paced awkwardly, at least in my opinion. But I don't know. Some people really love it, and more power to you. But I think The Simpsons is much cuter. It's more relatable, and the comedic timing is way better, in my opinion. At least The Simpsons from 1990 to 1999. And, you know, The Simpsons really came into its heyday in 1992. Okay, so I did a Kamehameha. It looked like I was just, like, tapping forward and hitting circle a bunch of times. But he countered there. Alright, we got him. Hey, Arrow! We played that DJ game, and it really was not that great. I have no idea what the hell I was doing. I am displaying this on a small Sansui TV. It was my first HD TV. It actually does not have any HDMI ports in the back of it, but it does have progressive component inputs. So we're playing Dragon Ball Evolution, the game, which is actually pretty fun to play. The movie, we've talked about how terrible the movie is, and how, awkward the aesthetics of the character designs on this game are. I again said that I think it would be cool if they actually used the Toriyama character designs, but the movie wardrobe. So rather than have this, like, weird, Keith-looking guy, I don't even, like, I'm going to turn, like, Keith into, like, Karen or Chad right here. I don't even know. Curse you, Kakarot. This is not the end. I don't know why Piccolo knows that Goku's name is Kakarot. Finally, it's over. Now I can go home and eat my sandwich. Oh, really, Kakarot? Piccolo, what are you doing inside my head? Ha ha ha. You should never have underestimated my power. I have a message for you. Someday I will return to eradicate you and all mankind. Until then, Kakarot. Huh? He's gone. Well, if he does ever return, I promise I'll be ready. That's kind of cool how they have the, like, character's lower face in the silhouette of a Dragon Ball. Although, for most... Wait, what is this? Oh, cool. Oh, so is this like one of those things where I get to fight through the credits? Nice music. Yeah, no, definitely. This is a good game. I have no real complaints about the game outside that I think the character designs look a little awkward, but I think the gameplay is good. I think the music is good. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this game like an 8.5 or an 8. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give the movie a 2 or a 3. As opposed to Bloodsport, which on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give a 7,042. So basically, I mean, this seems to pretty much rely on forward and backward and then tapping buttons. Ooh, Dimps worked on this. Yeah, they definitely, they got some good companies to work on this game. They probably should have put these companies in charge of the movie. Is this like Evil Zone, where it kind of depends on your position? No, I don't think so. It looks like you have to use the shoulder button to, like, the right shoulder button to do a lot of your gliding. Or, like, your fast-paced speed. What's going on here? I mean, of course you would use the shoulder button to glide, but talking more along the lines of, it seems like you move slowly without gliding here. So that does that is a little bit reminiscent of Dragon Ball, the Final Bout. Yeah, I gotta tell you, pleasantly surprised with this game here. The movie came out in 2008. It doesn't seem that long ago, but I mean, 2008 in some sense was a while ago. In other sense, it was yesterday. Thank you for playing. No, thank you for this game that is a lot better than I thought it would be. Okay, let's see what Arrow has to say here. I might have been able to put in a bit more input regarding the game had I been there at the time. Although for most people, I would imagine that they didn't enjoy it already, they wouldn't be enjoying it regardless of what they might do differently. Yeah, are you talking about the DJ game? Because honestly, I just button mashed that thing. Like, I could not tell what they wanted me to hit. So there's that. I got 600 Zenny for this awkward-looking Goku. But no, yeah, good game. Good stuff. Evolution is like a bad cosplay session. It's not even a cosplay session. Because the character, like the costumes look like not even kind of a little like what they're supposed to look like. So, what do we get in the gallery here? Design sketches. That should be interesting. Sound volume. Can we put this in Japanese? Nah. I said that'd be cool if I could actually use the Japanese voice actors. Alright, well this has been fun. We'll end Dragon Ball Evolution. I was fortunate enough to get into DJ Max already having picked up the fundamentals from other games. Cool! Well, I mean, definitely check out the earlier, scroll through the stream at your leisure, and you can watch me play it, and then you can give me some pointers after you see me stumble through it. But yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely, I'm definitely a fan of games like Dance Dance Revolution, but I just couldn't figure out how to really get that one going. Alright, so what else should we play on the PSP? We always play Street Fighter Alpha 3, and we do have Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the PSP. Let's see what else we have, though. We might be able to find some interesting stuff in our drawer of PSP games. 5 more streams till I reach 50. That is right. This is 45. It's 11. It's after 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here. Ooh, what do we have here? We do have Dissidia Final Fantasy. That is a quality game. And then we also have, this might be interesting to play, the Midway Treasures. And that's got some nice old school games on it. Looks like it's got Mortal Kombat, but then it's also got games like Defender and Joust. Looks like it's got Rampage, Tubin, and then Mortal Kombat's 1 through 3. So, I assume you already figured out that left and up are left and up are the two most columns in Owen Tron. No, I did not figure that out at all. I just kept hitting up. And then just kind of button mashed. And I got through the levels, and yeah, that was it. So I had no idea what I was doing. But now I can play Mortal Kombat, though. So let's check that out on the PSP. And this also has Sinistar on it, too. So this should be good. I am Sinistar. Run, coward. Run, run, run. I've never been able to do that trick on Sinistar where one of his grunt shots hits you while he's eating you at 1 life, and then it kicks your life to 900 lives. Going to try to adjust our camera a bit. That looks pretty good. Okay, come on. It would have been nice if the 4-button layout for that game had the option where you could use keypad keys. Yeah, no, I agree. Like if it played like DDR, it would have made a lot more sense to me. What is going on with this? Why is it so crazy? This is not right here. Right, stop. So, do I just have to I'm just slowing this down by holding circle down. This can't actually be normal, though. Yeah, no, this isn't right here. Let me try to do this game again. Maybe I was hitting a button or something. But the menus were just scrolling nonstop. So I don't know if my hand was resting on the analog stick in a weird way, and then that sent a weird signal. While this is restarting up again, let's get some more coffee here. Since you have more than 800 subs, you plan to review and stream Final Fantasy VIII? Yes. And yes. The only problem with doing that right now is it's late and I will fall asleep, but I will definitely review Final Fantasy VIII and stream Final Fantasy VIII. I have the Final Fantasy VIII both remastered on the Xbox One and the original. Without any hindsight, I'd say the D-pad works for games like those, but I can never seem to move fast enough. I'm only using a single hand instead of two. Yeah, honestly, for DDR, for me, using the D-pad and then using the button layout on the PlayStation controller, which was like a D-pad, felt really natural to me. So I'm getting a little refill here on my Java. Honestly, I really like the school year so far. I feel like my experience doing this kind of YouTube has been really helpful to my teaching because I'm used to communicating with all of you guys and getting to know you guys through the chat. So, to me, it doesn't feel like it still feels personal just to talk with the kids on the chat and kind of develop a rapport with them. And I also really like it because I feel like everything is much more organized doing things with a Google Chromebook. I feel like I plan things with more organization. as opposed to just kind of getting there and winging certain things, which does lead to some stress. And then, I always prepare my lessons, but when I go and make a lesson now, I'm doing it in Google Classroom, and I'm making sure it's like I have like literally like every step planned out that I can explain to the kids, because they have to read it and write it and submit it, as opposed to doing more stuff orally where I would just be kind of talking to them. They would talk back to me, and some people wouldn't listen, and some people would. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying I don't know. Like I get to lecture a lot more with this style, but I also feel like stuff is more structured because of the way that all the assignments are digitized. And I really like the fact that I've got a manageable amount of kids on the stream and a manageable amount of kids in the classroom. The reduced classroom size is huge for having a nicer atmosphere. Having a bunch of kids just all up in each other's business and kind of forcing elbow buddies and things like that, that doesn't work. I mean, people want their space. And I think personally, all this like forced socialization in the classroom, I mean, that can work. I think that'll work if you have a ton of people in the classroom and you're just afraid that they're going to get bored. So you just try to roll with their rebellion and try to channel that rebellion into an assignment or something like that. But I mean, if you want to do that kind of thing and have less structure, you got to have some really mature, motivated people. And in 7th grade, mature and motivated is not always the adjectives you use to describe, people that age. So how have your current students discovered the channel yet? Yeah, no, they pretty much all have. And I mean, I told them, I didn't hide it. I said, I like this new way of doing things because it reminds me of streaming. So it feels really natural to me to go teach and then say, hey, what's going on in the chat? Oh, yeah, that. Don't say that. Or good job, like that kind of thing. So, because like I'm going back and forth between the TV and you guys. So I don't know. I'm a big fan of it. I wanted to stick around. I think this is a great way to reduce class size, and it also gives kids options too, because it used to be that in-person school was compulsory, and the kids they didn't want to be there. They were being forced to be there. Now they've got an option as to where they want to learn, and it also gives administrative, more disciplinary options too. You can actually kick kids out of school. I'm not saying that you want to do that, but if a kid is like really misbehaving, sending them home for a semester for distance learning is going to have a bigger impact on them if they really want to come back than just sending them away for 3 days on an out-of-school suspension and then bringing them back, So I think there's a lot of good that this new system can bring. So I've had a really positive experience with it. I think the kids are liking it too because it's just more relaxed and they have more space around them, and I don't know, I like it, and I think the kids like it too. Of course, it's still really early, so anything can happen, but I'm a fan, and we'll just see how it goes. So yeah, there's my little rant on that. But again, that's just me. Like, I'm one kind of teacher. Other teachers and other educational theorists will feel differently about what the system does for them. Like, I'm someone who likes to lecture and who likes technology, so it works for me. But then there's other people who like have a more hands-on style, and they might be a little bit older. They've been teaching a certain way for a certain amount of time, and it's not working for them, or doesn't feel as natural for them. The other big thing too is like the kids. It's early, so it's still in the grace period, the honeymoon period, where the kids aren't comfortable with the school yet. So they're all being nice to each other because they're all kind of scared. But I tell the kids, just keep being nice to each other, and the school year is gonna go a lot better. Dude, what the freak, man? It's still doing this. I'm literally just having to hit hold circle down. Alright, well, we landed on Tubin. A lot of old-fashioned methods might have only worked at the time because they were all they could use back then, but now we don't exactly live in that kind of world anymore. Yeah. No, I mean, more options I think are better for teaching because people have different ways of learning and different ways of delivering. I like to think that this particular situation will pave a new path for the future in regards to education. I sure hope so, because I don't think the old system was working that well. All right, so Tubin is sideways here. This game is like all messed up. What the freak is going on here? Why is this sideways? Okay. Exit game. Can I please play Mortal Kombat? Like, please? Without this game just being ridiculous. Yeah, no, I guess I can't. Alright, we're not playing this game. Sorry, guys. Back in my day, we didn't have teachers who knew about the international channel, but lucky we have Noel. That's right. I know all about obscure channels that no one watches except me and you. And that's a good thing. So for more information on international channel, consult your local YouTube channel, which is really mine, and then international channel for Life's, because, but that was a great channel. All right, let's go back to the drawer. That was a disappointing situation. The beauty of having a lot younger folks like Noel growing up and then being able to make something out of themselves in the world. I don't know about that, but giving it the old college try. Let's do some Sega and see how that goes. Yeah, I'm really disappointed that. What the freak, man? I don't know. Maybe I can try one more time. Maybe if I pop the disc out and pop it back in. I don't even know. But that's just that's not working, that Midway game. Of course, we do have other games. We have like Tekken 2 on here as well. That could be a fun game to play. Would be difficult for me to believe there are educators that have a passion for anime and video games that exist there many years ago, but it's not exactly surprising these days anymore. Yeah, as people get older, they bring their interests to their job. I mean, I remember watching Boy Meets World, and Mr. Turner was talking about X-Men. And, Boy Meets World was always good about understanding what 90s kids liked. Had its finger on the pulse of the cultural zeitgeist. And that's probably going to increase more and more as the adolescents of today grow up. Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll play some Sega Genesis. This is just one of a million compilations that have Sega Genesis games on it. I know they released the game list for the Astro City Arcade Mini, but I have not actually had a chance to see it. I really do want that, though. I'm a sucker for Sega hardware. I'm a big fan of Sega, and I don't know. I just think it would be cool. Turn it to Tate mode. I don't know what that is. Alright, so some Sega here. Now, if the menu starts scrolling uncontrollably, we'll know it's the controller, but that's certainly not the case. What is it, Alex Kidd? My favorite YouTuber, Guy Jillionaire, actually just uploaded a video today about the different versions of Keith Courage, both American and Japanese. I need to check that out. Definitely have not been able to check out YouTube. I feel like I've been teaching 3 weeks, though, because I think teaching with a mask makes you more tired. And also, I'm going and reformatting certain lessons for Google Docs. So I'm kind of simplifying things and making a multiple choice as opposed to having a format where you write stuff on paper. So I don't know. It's tiring, but I enjoy the teaching more this way. Yeah, small class size. You know what else I like about this new style of teaching is the parents are more involved. Because literally, like, I'm no longer the middleman. The parent is right there while the kid is doing their work. If the kid starts goofing off, the parent, says like, "Hey, get to work," Like, for a long time, people, talked about parent-teacher collaboration. Now we have it. I'm a bit envious of how a lot of the stuff that I had been scorned for has become acceptable these days. Telling the kids today, I am completely supportive of their desires to be professional gamers. They just got to have a plan B. And then if they want to be a good professional gamer, like a streamer or something, they need to be analytical and they need to be goal-oriented. And they need to know how to communicate properly. And those are all skills you can learn in the classroom. Don't have enough money. There are some ridiculously good Sonic games being made by Sonic fans right now. I really hope Sega gets on that. I know there's like a fighting game called like Sonic Smackdown, and then there was another game, and I can't think of it, but it looks a lot like Sonic Mania 2 pretty much, with all original levels. So Sega needs to really, really, really just go to those people like they did with Sonic Mania. Like, hey, would you like to work for us and just make this game? And win again. This isn't quite as fun as the other rock, scissors, paper game we played on the channel not that long ago. No one's losing any clothing. I don't know, this game doesn't seem to get the respect it deserves. This is a fun game. The graphics are really good on it, too. I mean, the Turbo Graphics always boasted its really big, bright sprites, and Sega's definitely shown it can hang with that kind of style. Tape mode refers to playing a game vertically as referencing the last game you were playing. Well, see, the problem with that, man, is that I couldn't even get to the options screen on that. Oh, what? I thought I jumped on that guy. I don't even know if I can jump on him. It's weird that they would set the game in that mode, though, because it's not usual for people to turn their TVs horizontally. Like, I have seen people with game rooms who play a lot of shooters who, will have two professional video monitors, and one is turned on its side because of, the first-person shooters and the way that they can position the screen. But I've also heard that putting TVs on their side aren't necessarily good for them. But, that could be wrong, but I don't know. I've heard that from various internet sources. But then I'm sure there's also people that, people that also do it and have no problem. The last few successes have been nostalgia fests or made through collaborations with fans. They might as well reopen the Sonic Team division. Yeah, I agree completely. I remember the days when anime was referred to as Japanimation and was taken as a slur back in the day. I don't remember that per se. I do remember hearing Japanimation, and anime was definitely not popular. I lost. It was becoming more and more popular, though. But, I don't know. Once I saw some good anime, I just didn't give a shit. I don't care what people think. I mean, you know, it's like... I've always, I don't know, when I was in secondary education, I cared too much what other people thought, but then at the same time, I always had my own eccentric interests that coexisted with my ability to conform. So, for example, like, I was always into 80s music no matter what. Like, that was just unapologetically there. Then once I got into some good anime and role-playing games, I didn't particularly care that those weren't considered always the coolest thing either. I mean, I pretty much bought the whole streamlined video library off from my local video store before they closed down. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Alright, we did it. So, Alex Kidd had horrible American box art. You know, I've actually got... oh no, I jumped on it. I actually have a repro of this game on the Mega Drive. And the cover art on the repro is much better. But I want to say there's not as many options on that version. I don't know if there's an easy mode on it. I mean, I could be wrong, though. I could just have to look harder for it. Look at these mummies here. Yeah, guess I don't mind. Now that I can knock that wall of blocks into them. Ah, damn it. Ah, shoot. Ah, game over. I'm thinking of wrapping things up pretty soon, because I am getting tired, but we should do at least one more go at a quality Sega game. Altered Beast. That is a good game. We cannot play any Phantasy Stars because I'll fall asleep. Give Rystar a try, because that is a game made by Sonic Team. A lot of American box art came out rather poorly in comparison to the Japanese. Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, again, I was watching Guy Gillionaire's video today, and the box art to Keith Courage looked really weird compared to the box art to the original anime that it was based on. And then, you know, the video games would have better artwork than the box art if you ever got to look at like a character portrait or something like that. Like, I have Cosmic Fantasy 2 on the TurboGrafx, even though I don't have a TurboGrafx. And the box art for that is pretty pretty beastly, to put it mildly. All right. See what Rystar will do here. So, are you only streaming on Fridays once a week from now on? Definitely I will strive to stream at least once a week. My idea is to definitely stream on Fridays. If the situation presents itself that I can stream more than that, I will. But I'm thinking more along the lines of once a week, and you know, make it worth your while, or at least attempt to do so. This game does have a nice feel of a Sonic game, but the protagonist is actually much slower, but they do have those you know, stretchy hands. Wee. Can I climb through this garbage hole here? This sewer pipe. I don't know, looks like I can just go down. Well, that was unpleasant. Don't push yourself too much. Yeah, I'm thinking definitely, you know, once a week will be our norm. But, once again, not necessarily only once a week. Come on. Oh, please don't tell me I'm stuck. I don't like the looks of that moving leaf. Moving bush, I should say. I think there's something in this shrubbery here. I don't know where I can go here. Whee! There we go. Ooh, boss time. Okay. So where's our enemy of the state here? Oh, I see. I gotta go up. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go here. I feel smart when I can recognize games. This is Rystar. Yes, it is. I don't know what I'm doing on it. Let's see what's up here. Well, I think we're going to have to... I'm getting fairly tired, so I think we're going to actually hit pause on that game and visit it another time. Because it has been a long, long week of school, and I feel like I'm kind of fading right now. I've been streaming for about an hour and 40 minutes. This is why you don't usually do platformers. Yes, unless it's Sonic, and then I always find a way to get it done with Sonic. But I also, sometimes I'll do platformers, but it'll just take me a while to do them. Did you ever throw firmware on your PS? No, I don't think so. That's actually a good... That'd be interesting. I'd be interested in checking that out. You know how Mr. Miyagi says boys are easier? That applies to fighting games. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Alright, gang, well... It's been super fun. There's always the possibility that I could stream some point over the weekend. I definitely, missed talking to you guys more throughout the week. And I do feel bad that, with the amount of work that I've, put into teaching and like the stuff that I've been doing, I am just really tired. So, if I'm cutting the stream a bit short tonight, sorry about that, but you probably just don't want to have to deal with me, falling asleep on the stream. Not that wouldn't have some interesting viewing experiences connected to it. They made the processor for doing that to a PSP a lot. The process for doing that to a PSP a lot easier. Interesting. Well, I'm definitely intrigued as to what the PSP improvement scene is like. So I will check that out, or feel free to send me information about it, because it sounds interesting. Good. I can never fault anyone for living their life unless they're a jerk. Yes, very good. That's how to be. Although this is something I like to do when I live my life, is just kind of game it up, chill, do a live stream. So good. Well, guys, I want everyone to stay in touch. Keep tuning in, because there's definitely going to be content on the channel. Throughout the weeks and throughout the week and the coming weeks, content will continue, and at least one live stream a week. So stay tuned, stay subscribed. We'll have to do a review of Final Fantasy VIII in the near future, now that we have eclipsed 800 subscribers. So let's keep up the good work. Looks like it is pushing midnight. I think I've got like 11:46 on... Yes. They are nice Dudley glasses. And I really like these glasses. They're very comfortable. I got that cool 80s retro swagger. And and it matches my beard. So good stuff. Yes. And thank you, man. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. And I will see you all in the very near future. Thanks for your friendship. Thanks for your interest. And thanks for being you. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.